Good morning to all. It's a great pleasure for me to meet you in the blended mode of learning. In this class, we are going to learn the trivial system of nomenclature for organic compound having functional group carboxylic acid and its derivatives. The learning objectives are: what is the way to give common name for the organic compound which are having functional group carboxylic acid and its derivative? Those things will be taught in this lesson. Then what are called the derivatives of carboxylic acid? Then another one is what are the drawbacks of trivial system of nomenclature? Let us enter into the trivial system of nomenclature of organic compound having carboxylic acid group and also having derivatives of carboxylic acid. Before enter into the carboxylic compound, we should have some basic knowledge in the source of carboxylic acid. It is a very important one. Here the first member, formic acid, it is having one carbon atom. The main source of this compound is venom of ant and bees. எறும்புகளும் தேனீக்களில் உள்ள கொடுக்குகளில் உள்ள திரவம் தான் இந்த அமிலம், ஃபார்மிக் அமிலம். Formic acid is produced by many ant as a defensive spray. அது தன்னை பாதுகாத்துக்குள்ள எதிரிகளின் மேலே இன்ஜெக்ட் பண்ணக்கூடியது தான் இந்த திரவம். இட் இஸ் ஃபவுண்ட் இன் த ஸ்டிங்ஸ் ஆஃப் நீட்டில். இது சிறு சிறு வண்டுகளின் அந்த கொடுக்குல பூரா இந்த திரவம் இருக்கும், ஃபார்மிக் அமிலம் இருக்கும். Then 2-carbon carboxylic acid is acetic acid. The main source of this compound is acetone or vinegar. Vinegar is a sour wine. திராட்சை பழச்சாறு தான் இந்த acetic acid. Then 3-carbon carboxylic acid, propionic acid. It is found in the bacterial fermentation of milk. இது நொதித்த பாலில் இது காணப்படுது. இந்த மூன்று கார்பனை கொண்ட கார்பாக்சிலிக் அமிலம் காணப்படுது. 4 கார்பனை கொண்ட கார்பாக்சிலிக் ஆசிட், பியூட்ரிக் ஆசிட், it is found in the rancid butter and milk. இது நாள்பட கெட்டுப்போன வெண்ணெய்களில் உள்ள ஒரு ஏற்றுக்கொள்ள முடியாத ஒரு ஸ்மெல், ஒரு மனம், இது எதனால் ஏற்படுதுன்னா இந்த பியூட்ரிக் அமிலத்தினால ஏற்படுது. அதில் பியூட்ரிக் அமிலம் உருவாகிறதுனால, தட் இஸ் த மெயின் சோர்ஸ், rancid butter, கெட்டுப்போன வெண்ணெய். Then 5-carbon carboxylic acid is valeric acid. It is found in the valerian plant. Then 6-carbon carboxylic acid, caproic acid. It is found in the coconut and palm oil. இது நம்ம தமிழில் கூட இந்த வார்த்தையை பயன்படுத்துகிறோம். தேங்காய் எண்ணெய் உள்ள அந்த தேங்காயை கொப்பரை தேங்காய் சொல்கிறோம். This word is derived from this acid, caproic acid. Then 7-carbon carboxylic acid is enanthinic acid. It is found in the apple, strawberry jam and also violet leaf. Violet leafல இந்த 7 கார்பனை கொண்ட கார்பாக்சிலிக் ஆசிட் இருக்கு. And also in palm oil. இந்த 6க்கு மேலே இருக்கிற 6, 7, 8 கார்பனை கொண்ட கார்பாக்சி, 8, 9, 10 கார்பாக்சிலிக் ஆசிட் பூரா பாம் ஆயில், பாம் கர்னல் ஆயிலில் இருக்கும். Then 8-carbon carboxylic acid, caprylic acid. It is also found in the coconut and palm kernel oil and also in the mammalian milk. இந்த பாலூட்டிகளினோட பால்லையும் இந்த caprylic acid, then there is a 10-carbon capric acid. These are found in it. Then 9-carbon carboxylic acid, pelargonic acid. It is found in the pelargonium plant. இது தென்னாப்பிரிக்காவில் காணப்படக்கூடிய ஒரு தாவரம். அந்த தாவரத்தில் அதிகமாக அந்த பெலர்கோனிக் ஆசிட் இருக்கு. Then 10-carbon carboxylic acid, capric acid, it is found in the coconut and palm kernel oil. இதை முதல்ல நம்ம தெரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டு அடுத்து இதுக்கு எப்படி இந்த பேர் வந்தது அப்படிங்கிறத இங்கே படிக்க போகிறோம். இந்த கார்பாக்சிலிக் ஆசிட்டுக்கு இந்த சோர்ஸின் அடிப்படையில் we are going to give the name of this carboxylic acid based on its source. Those words are taken from Latin and Greek. With the help of this Latin and Greek word, we are going to coin the name of this compound. Let us enter into the nomenclature. Here we are going to give the trivial name to the carboxylic acid, homologous series, carboxylic acid homologous. Here the first member, or it is generally represented by RCOOH. The rule for naming the carboxylic acid is carboxylic acid names are derived from its source. இது வரைக்கும் பார்த்தோம். என்னென்ன அதனுடைய சோர்ஸ் வந்து என்னன்னு பார்த்தோம். அதனுடைய மூலங்கள் எங்கு கிடைக்குதுன்னு அந்த மூலங்களுக்கு சில மொழிகளின் பெயர்கள்ல இருந்து எடுக்கப்பட்டது. லாட்டின்ல இருந்து, கிரீக்ல இருந்து those words are taken. In the previous class itself, I have told this trivial knowledge, trivial system of nomenclature is vary from country to country. Therefore, the language usage would be different in the trivial system of nomenclature. Here, the first member is one carbon carboxylic acid. There may be one carbon present in the carboxylic acid. The name of this acid is derived from its source. It is found in red ant and also it is found in the bees. இது எறும்புகளிலும் இந்த தேனீக்களிலும் காணப்படுது. இதை டிஸ்டில் பண்ணி இதை பகுத்து வடிக்கும் போது this acid will be obtained. In the source itself I already told those things are present in the stings of these beetles. இந்த வண்டுகளோட கொடுக்குகள்ல இந்த இது திரவமா இருக்கு. அதை அடிப்படையாக வச்சு இதுக்கு பேர் கொடுத்தாங்க. இன் லாட்டின் ஃபார்மிகா மீன்ஸ் ரெட் ant. இந்த சிவப்பு எறும்பின் இதில் அதிகமாக காணப்படுறதுனால அந்த ஃபார்மிகா அப்படிங்கிற வேர்டை இண்டிகேட் பண்ணி அதிலிருந்து தான் இதை பிரித்து எடுத்தாங்க. எறும்புகள்லேருந்து டிஸ்டில் பண்ணி இந்த அமிலம் எடுக்கப்பட்டதுனால இந்த அமிலத்துக்கு பேர் ஃபார்மிக் ஆசிட். Formic acid. It is derived from the Latin word formica. Let us enter into the next compound. There may be two carbon atoms present in the carboxylic acid. Here, the main source of this compound is vinegar. Vinegar is palarasam, திராட்சை palarasam. It will be called wine. In English, it is called wine. Acetum, Latin acetum means vinegar. Or sour wine. அந்த புளித்த பழரசம் அதுதான் vinegar. அது ஏன் புளிச்சு போய் அந்த புளிப்பு டேஸ்ட் இருக்குன்னா that may contain lot of vinegar. Here ethanol is converted into acetic acid. It will be converted into acetic acid by fermentation. That acetic acid is present in the fruit juice or in the wine. Therefore, based on this Latin word acetum, the name is given to the 2-carboxylic acid, acetic acid. It is given as acetic acid. Then 3-carbon carboxylic acid. It is found abundant in oil and fat characteristics. It is having oil and fat characteristics. It is also found in oil and fat. Therefore, in Latin, we have used the word propion, propionic acid. Propion means oil and fat. Then you go for the next carboxylic acid, which is having 4 carbon. It is found in the it is found abundant in butter. In Greek, butyrum means butter. It is found abundant in butter. Therefore, the name of this 4-carbon carboxylic acid is butyric acid. Then 5-carbon carboxylic acid is valeric acid. It is found in the valerian tea, valerian plant. Then 6-carbon carboxylic acid. It is found abundant in coconut oil. It is found in coconut and also palm oil. It is found abundant in palm oil. I already told in the Tamil also தேங்காய் எண்ணெய் அதிகமுள்ள அந்த தேங்காய் என்ன சொல்கிறோன்னா கொப்பரை தேங்காய்ன்னு சொல்கிறோம். கொப்பரைக்காய் This word is also taken from this caproic that contain caproic acid. Then 7-carbon carboxylic acid, it is called enanthic acid or captylic acid. It is also found in palm oil, and also violet leaf contain this enanthic acid. Then 8-carbon carboxylic acid is caprylic acid. It is also found in the coconut and palm oil. From this word, from this Greek word, the name is given. Then 9-carbon carboxylic acid is found abundant in pelargonium plant. It comes under geranium plant. It is found abundant in South Africa. The name of this compound is pelargonic acid. It is found abundant in pelargonium plant. Then 10-carbon carboxylic acid is capric acid. It is also found in coconut and palm oil. The name of this compound acid is capric acid or decylic acid. Let us pass on to the next one. What are called the derivatives of carboxylic acid? Some of the compounds are derived from this carboxylic acid. Carboxylic acid is generally represented by RCOOH. Here, some of the parts are removed. Carboxylic acid is generally represented by RCOOH. This H can be removed by alkyl group. We are going to get ester. H is removed. When you remove this H, you are going to get RCOOR. It is called ester. When you remove hydrogen from carboxylic acid has greater tendency to lose H plus ion. When it is removed by alkyl group, you are going to get ester. In the next case, you are going to remove the OH. If you remove OH, you are going to get halide, acid halide. Okay, OH is removed by X, you are going to get acid halide. Acid halide. OH is removed by ammonia, you get amide. These are the derivatives of carboxylic acid. Then another one carboxylic acid derivative is when 2 carboxylic acid combine by losing 1 mole of water. By removing 1 mole of water, you are going to get anhydride. Anhydride means that as 2 moles of acid lose 1 mole of water, you get acid anhydride. These are the derivatives of carboxylic acid. Ester, acid anhydride, acid halide and amide. These are the derivatives of carboxylic acid. We are going to learn what will be the common name for these acid derivatives. We are going to name the compound aldehyde. This aldehyde name is also derived from carboxylic acid name. For example, first member we have already learned. First 1 carbon carboxylic acid is formic acid. When it is reduced, you get formaldehyde, you get aldehyde. 1 carbon aldehyde is called the formaldehyde. It is obtained from formic acid. 2 carbon aldehyde, it is obtained from acetic acid. Therefore, it is called the acetaldehyde. 2 carbon aldehyde. This aldehyde is obtained from acetic acid. It is derived from acetic acid. Therefore, it is called the acetaldehyde. Here this aldehyde is having functional group CHO. And 3 carbon aldehyde is propionaldehyde. 3 carbon carboxylic acid is propionic acid. From this acid we can obtain this aldehyde, propanaldehyde. Then 4 carbon aldehyde, butyraldehyde or butanaldehyde. It is obtained from butyric acid. 5-carbon carboxylic acid, valeric acid. From the valeric acid we can obtain 5-carbon aldehyde, valeraldehyde. 6-carbon carboxylic acid, caproic acid. From the caproic acid we can obtain the aldehyde, capronaldehyde or capraldehyde. Then in the 7-carbon carboxylic acid, capitalic acid or enanthic acid, from this acid we can obtain the aldehyde, captanaldehyde. Then 8-carbon carboxylic acid is caprilic acid. From the caprilic acid we can obtain the aldehyde, capraldehyde, caprilic aldehyde. Then 9-carbon carboxylic acid is pelargonic acid. From the pelargonic acid we can obtain the aldehyde, pelargon aldehyde. Then 10-carbon carboxylic acid is capric acid. From the capric acid we can obtain capraldehyde. In that way we can give the name to the aldehyde. Therefore, you should have the better knowledge about the source of carboxylic acid. Without knowing the source of carboxylic acid, we can give the trivial name for carboxylic acid and also we can't give the name for aldehyde. Let us pass on to the next one. Then common naming procedure for ester. It is derived from carboxylic acid. Therefore, carboxylic name is, you should have better idea about the carboxylic acid. From this carboxylic acid name, you are going to derive the name of this ester. Here, the first member ester is obtained from formic acid. Formic acid is the first carboxylic acid, 1-carbon carboxylic acid. In that carboxylic acid, 1 hydrogen is removed by methyl group. In the previous video also we have learned those things. How to give the name for alkyl group. Here 1-carbon alkyl is methyl. It is derived from methane. When you remove 1 hydrogen from methane, you get methyl group. In methane, AN is removed, YL ending is added, you get methyl. Methyl formate is the common name of this compound. Formic acid, in the formic acid, acid is removed, then you add. Here, what is the rule for giving nomenclature is, here in the acid, acid is removed. Acid is removed. It is removed. Then you add ATE. That is the way of giving nomenclature. In the formic acid, acid is removed. Then you add AT. Formic acid, acid is removed. You add AT. Formate. Methyl formate. Here the alkyl group name is given in the prefix ethyl acetate. Second carbon carboxylic acid is acetic acid, ethyl acetate. In that way we are going to give the name for the compound. Here 6-carbon carboxylic acid. You count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6-carbon carboxylic acid is caproic acid. Here methyl group is substituted by removing H. Methyl caproylate. In that way we are going to give the name to the ester. In another way, IUPAC common name is given. You are going to write the structural formula of the compound from the rule. You keep this rule in your mind. With the help of this rule, you can write the structural formula. I will give 1 or 2 examples. Valerate. It is obtained from valeric acid. Therefore, you should have the knowledge of draw the structure of valeric acid. Valeric acid means there may be 5 carbon present in the carboxylic acid. You write that 5 carbon carboxylic acid. Here the H is, if this acid is having H, it will be valeric acid. In the valeric acid, H is removed by ethyl group. Ethyl is CH2, CH3. It is a ethyl valerate. In that way, we are going to write the structure for the common name of the ester. When the common name is given or trivial name or trivial system of the nomenclature is given, you can write the structure. Then common name for acid anhydride. Here acid anhydride is generally represented by the formula RCO. OCR, that is the general representation of acid anhydride. Here it is also considered as a derivative of carboxylic acid. That means this compound is obtained from carboxylic acid. The rule, carboxylic acid part name should be given, then anhydride is added. This 1 carbon carboxylic acid is formic acid. Formic, then you along with this acid is removed. Here formic acid is removed. Instead of acid you add anhydride. Here it is derived from acetic acid, 2 carbon carboxylic acid. Here I already told 2 moles of carboxylic acid combined by losing 1 mole of water, you get anhydride. That is the general principle. Here 2 moles of carboxylic acid will be there. Here it is obtained from acetic acid. Then acetic acid is removed, you add anhydride, acetic anhydride. Here it is obtained from propionic acid, propionic anhydride. In the similar way, valeric acid gives valeric anhydride, valeric anhydride. In that way, we are going to write the anhydride trivial name. With the help of this trivial name also, we can write the structure of the compound. Let us pass on to the next one. Common name for acid halide. Here, it is also considered as a derivative of carboxylic acid. It is generally represented by RCOX. First, 1 carbon carboxylic acid is formic acid. In that formic acid, OH is removed by Cl. OH is removed by Cl. Instead of OH here, Cl will be the name of this acid is. Here also IC acid is removed. IC acid is removed. Then vinyl halide to be added. Vinyl halide. Here formic acid, IC acid is removed. Formyl chloride. Then acetic acid, IC acid is removed. Acetyl chloride. Then in the propionic acid, propionyl chloride. Butyl chloride, then valeryl chloride. That is the way of writing the common name for this acid halide. Here, in the other case, this common name is given, you are going to write the structure of the compound. For example, butyryl chloride. It is obtained from butyric acid. First you write the structure of butyric acid. There may be 4 carbon carboxylic acid. 4th carbon will be carboxylic acid, COOH. 4th carbon will be the carboxylic acid. Here OH is removed by Cl. Butyryl chloride. In that way we are going to write the structural formula for the compound. Compound is having trivial system of nomenclature name. The next one is amide. It is also derived from carboxylic acid. General formula of the compound is RCONH2. Here the same procedure is adopted for the procedure for acid halide, for writing common name for acid halide, the same procedure is adopted for amide also. Here it is obtained from formic acid. In that formic acid, IC acid is removed. You add formamide. Formic acid, in the formic acid, IC acid is removed. You add amide, formamide. In the acetic acid, IC acid is removed, acetamide. Propionic acid, propanamide. Then butyric acid, butramide. In that way, we are going to give the common name for the compound. Then drawbacks of trivial system. The common name could not be applied to all the compound because there will be, due to the absence of general rule, and there is no general rule, therefore it could not be applied to all the compound. Common name gives a lot of confusion because it differs from country to country. I have already told some of the Latin and Greek words are used. In the other countries, some other words are used. Therefore, it gives a lot of confusion while using the common name or trivial name. When you use the trivial name, it will create a lot of confusion because of the languages. Then third one is it could not be applied to branch chain compounds. When the hydrocarbon or alkane, alkene, alkyne, there may be branches present in the compound. We can't apply this rule in the trivial system, cannot be applied for the branch chain compounds. And also it could not apply for the compound containing more number of triple bond or more number of double bond in the chain. We can't apply. Then another one drawback is when there is more number of functional group present in the compound, this trivial system of nomenclature cannot be applied. Then recapitulation. First you should know what is nomenclature. It is a naming procedure. The types of nomenclature. We have followed two systems of nomenclature. One is a trivial system of nomenclature, another one is a IEPA system of nomenclature. In the trivial system of nomenclature, we give the name based on its source. Then demerits, there is an absence of general rule, and also it could not be applied to a branch chain molecule when there is more number of double or triple bond present in the compound, when there is more number of functional group present in the compound. This common naming procedure could not be applied. Then recall the previous video, common naming procedure. In the common naming procedure, we should follow some rule or some methodology in the trivial system of nomenclature. Here, base name should be known. Base name, that is the first part. Carbon chain should be expressed in the base name. Then suffix in the suffix. Nature of the compound should be given. Whether the compound is saturated, ANA should be given. Whether the compound is having double bond, lean should be given. If the compound is a alkyne, it is a triply bonded compound. According to common naming procedure, you should be derived from acetylene. Acetylene is a parent compound in the acetylene. Alkyl groups are substituted. Alkyl name is given in the prefix. Then root word should be given. Then acetylene should be added in the prefix or in the alkyl name. Alkyl name is combined with the acetylene. You can get the alkyne name. Then recall the naming procedure for alkyl halide of alcohol, alkyl amine. For this functional group present in the compound, alkyl name is given, then you add the functional group name. Then common naming procedure for carboxylic acid. Here the important thing is source of this carboxylic acid to be kept in our mind. The important source for the compounds to be kept in our mind. And then this name of this source should be derived from Latin and Greek. Then common naming procedure for the derivatives of carboxylic acid. It is also derived from the names of carboxylic acid, common names of this carboxylic acid. Derivatives names also derived from the common name of this carboxylic acid. Then assignment. Find the reaction site of the following molecule. Here acetic acid, here acid will be given. Therefore, carboxylic acid is there. Carboxylic acid, COOH, it is a reaction site. In that part alone reaction takes place. Here in the molecule reaction takes place only in COOH, remaining part is unaffected. Here methyl acetylene, it is an alkyne. Acetylene. This acetylene is having reaction site. Here the acetylene is having, what is the reaction site present in the acetylene? It is an alkyne. Therefore, triple bond, that is the reaction site. This triple bond is the reaction site. Here reaction takes place in the triple bond only. Remaining part is unaffected. Then acetone. Here ketone, CO group is a reaction site. Dimethyl ether, oxygen is the reaction site. Then ethylene, lean, double bond is a reaction site. It is an alkene, double bond is a reaction site. Then bromide, propyl bromide, halide is a reaction site. This Br is a reaction site. Decylamine, it is an alkyl part. This alkyl, here amine is a reaction site. This alkyl part is unaffected during the reaction. Decyl, there will be 10 carbon in the chain. That 10 carbon is unaffected during the course of reaction. This amine alone involved in the reaction. This amine gives characteristics to the compound. Then ethyl cyanide. This cyanide is the reaction site. Ethyl group is unaffected. That will give characteristics to the compound. Then formic acid part, formic acid. Therefore, you should have the better idea about the carboxylic acid, formic acid, acetic acid. You well versed in writing the formula of the compound or well versed in writing the structure of the compound. Formic acid, HCOO. H is a formic acid, that H is removed by methyl group. This methyl group is unaffected. It will involve in the reaction. This HCOO is a reaction site. Then find the number of carbon atom present in the following molecule. Propyl acetylene. This propyl is having 3 carbon. Then acetylene is having 2 carbon. Total number of carbon present in the compound is 5 carbon. 3 plus 2, 5 carbon. This compound is having 5 carbon. Acetylene, it's an alkyne. Acetylene is a parent compound. Along with the acetylene, hydrogens are, in that acetylene, hydrogens are removed by alkyl group. Here, propyl is substituted in the acetylene. Formic acid is the first member of the first homologous of this acid series. Formic acid, first 1 carbon will be there. Here, 1 carbon will be there. Ethylene, it is the first member of alkene. That alkene is having 2 carbon. That alkene is having 2 carbon. Then acetone, it is the first member, it is having 3 carbon. Then dimethyl ether, how many carbon atoms present in it? Here ether is an oxygen. Either side of oxygen is having methyl. There will be 2 methyl group, 2 carbon will be there. This compound is having 2 carbon. Methyl chloride, it is a functional group, it is an alkyl group. This alkyl is having 1 carbon. Hexylamine, amine is a functional group that will involve in the chemical reaction. Remaining part is having 6 carbon, hexyl. And butyl, 4 carbon. Valeric acid, here 5 carbon will be there. First you should know the number of carbon atom present in the carboxylic acid. You should memorize those things. Otherwise, you can't enter into the derivatives of carboxylic acid. Then write the structural formula. Acetic acid is a second member of this homologous series. There will be 2 carbon. 2 carbon carboxylic acid. 1 carbon is COOH. Another carbon will be methyl. Then methyl acetylene. You should know the structure of acetylene. In that acetylene, one of the hydrogen is removed by methyl group. Then acetone, ketone. Either side of ketone is having methyl group. Dimethyl ketone and dimethyl ether, we already learned. Then ethylene. Ethylene, it is a first homologous of alkene. The two carbon is connected by double bond. Two carbon is connected by double bond. And propyl bromide. Propyl group combined with the Br. Decyl amine, 10 carbon atoms are in a chain. One end is having CH3, another end is having CH2. That CH2 will combine with this amine, decyl amine. Then ethyl cyanide, ethyl group combined with the cyanide Cn. Methyl formate, formic acid. In that formic acid, H is removed by CH3. Write the common name of this following compound. Here, CH2 double bond, CH2. Ethylene. Here, double bond is the functional group. Alkene, ethylene, 2 carbon. Ethylene. Here, you count the number of carbon atoms. Here, functional group is aldehyde. Functional group is aldehyde. You count the number of carbon atoms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 carbon aldehyde. 5 carbon aldehyde. Valor aldehyde. Here. 1, 2, 3, 4 OH. 4 carbon alkyl is butyl alcohol. 1 carbon carboxylic acid, formic acid. It is acetylene. In that acetylene, methyl group will be there. Methyl acetylene. Here, the name of this alkyl group, it has 3 carbon, propyl chloride. Here, either side of ketone is having methyl, dimethyl ketone. Here, alkyl group is ethyl amine. Then you count the number of carbon atoms, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 carbon alkyl is peptide. It can be checked with the help of general formula CnH2n plus 1. You put 7, C7. C7, H15. It is a peptide. Here 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15. Therefore, it is peptide. You check with the help of general formula Cn H2n plus 1. That is for alkyl, general formula for alkyl group. Then cyanide will be there, peptide cyanide. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hexyl isocyanide. Then it is obtained from acetic acid. Acetic acid, OH is removed by ammonia, NH2, acetamide. Then how many number of carbon atoms present in the first member of the homologous compound, carboxylic acid? First member is having 1 carbon, that is formic acid. Then alkyne, first member is having 2 carbon atom, acetylene. Ketone, there may be 3 carbon, dimethyl ketone or acetone. Then aldehyde, 1 carbon aldehyde, formaldehyde. Then ester, 1 carbon ester, formic ester. Then alcohol, 1 carbon alcohol, first member. Methyl alcohol. Then 1 carbon ether is having 2 alkyl group, methyl group, 2. Then write the functional group for the following compound. Alcohol, OH, ester, COOR, carbonyl compound. Carbonyl compounds, it may be aldehyde or ketone. CHO and or ketone, CO, both are said to be carbonyl compound. And amide, CONH2, acid anhydride, we have learned those things in the earlier part of the lecture itself. Functional group is CO, both are connected by oxygen. It's a functional group of anhydride. Then amine NH2, either O, carboxylic acid COOH, then alkyne C triple bond C, that is the functional group. Then alkene, C double bond C. Write the functional group of carboxylic acid derivative. We already learned those things here. With the help of this name is here, common name is given. You are going to write the structural formula of the compound. In the last question, common name, you are going to write the common name. Some of the formulas are given, structural formulas are given. And with the help of this formula, you are going to recollect the common naming procedure, then you give the common name for the compound. Thank you.